Hey everyone, it's me again, and welcome to Faith's Feels. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my little corner of the internet. My name's Faith Grenade, and I put makeup videos here on YouTube, and you should subscribe. And, hit that little bell icon down there. It'll notify you every time I upload so you don't miss a minute of this riveting, exciting action. So, I am not wearing any face makeup yet, and you guys know what that means? It's time for a first impression review. Well, kind of. Today's Faith's Feels, which is usually my feels or my review on a makeup product or life in general, is what I like to call a take-two review. Basically, I had tried this product a long time ago and didn't like it then, but things have changed now, so I want to see if I feel differently about it. And that product is the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Plus Color Correcting Full Coverage Cream and Anti-Aging Hydrating Serum SPF 50 Plus. Holy cow, that's a whopper. But everyone seems to love this stuff that I've talked to. The first time I tried it, it burned my skin. And I thought it broke me out or all this kind of stuff. But then again, my skin was much more sensitized then than it is now. The founder of IT Cosmetics has rosacea, so my rosacea should not be a factor in whether or not this works for me. I do have moderate rosacea, so I have been looking for something with SPF that has a decent amount of coverage, and everywhere I turn, people mention this stuff. So I'm gonna try it again. So basically this claims to have good coverage, it claims to have SPF 50. Everyone I've talked to pretty much loves this stuff, including my aesthetics instructor. So there should be no question as to whether or not I enjoy it. This is a little sample size. I got the shade Light, might be a little bit on the deeper pink side for me, but it's about as close as I can get, to be honest. I was looking at the shades, and Fair is way too pink and way too pale, and Light is a little too dark. It's a very emollient formula, and I'm just gonna dot this on my face, and then I'm gonna blend it in with a brush. I'm not wearing any primer at all whatsoever on my skin right now. I'm just wearing my usual tinted sunscreen from SkinCeuticals, but I wear that every day, so if something doesn't work with that, then we're gonna have some problems. And I'm just gonna take, this is the Real Techniques buffing brush, and I'm just sort of stippling this in, and I'm trying to feel if that burning sensation happens again. Because like I said, back when I first tried this, I was on tretinoin, which is an acne medication that causes your skin to be super sensitive. So it could have been that. And my skin was also just, you know, absolutely traumatized in general. So it was not in a very good place. And this stuff does have some citrus oils in it, which can be irritants to sensitive or sensitized skin. I'm not feeling any kind of burning or itching at all. I did do a spot test on the inside of my arm first, and I actually remember doing that when I first tried this. I made sure to do a spot test just to be sure, and it didn't burn during the spot test, but I also wasn't using a retinoid on that part of my arm. It's looking a little orange around my jawline, so I'm thinking it's going to oxidize, which is not ideal. So, first impressions. It's extremely shiny, like bordering on greasy in the T-zone, and it does not seem to be like setting, but the coverage is good. My redness is pretty much completely covered, which is nice. It's... My one issue with it right now is that it's turning orange in certain spots, which tells me that it does oxidize, at least on my skin, which isn't entirely surprising. I mean, a lot of stuff oxidizes on me. It's just the way my chemistry works. And it is quite shiny, so I will have to powder it, but that's okay because powdering this can correct the shade, hopefully. Anyway, so I'm going to take my Maybelline Fit Me Loose powder in the shade 1 Fair Light, and I'm just gonna really pack this on because otherwise I do not see this lasting very long on me. So I've got pretty much my entire face set with a powder. Yeah, that was quite emollient, which, considering, you know, a lot of the IT Cosmetics line seems to be geared toward more mature skin, doesn't entirely surprise me. In terms of SPF, really, the amount of a makeup product that you would have to put on your skin in order for it to be a suitable SPF on its own would look just horrible. It would look cakey, it would look just bad. So I would not use this as an SPF alone, because you just don't use enough of it in order for it to be effective as an SPF. But as a CC cream, it definitely did tone correct my redness. I don't see any of my rosacea peeking through, which is nice. All of that redness is covered up. It is oxidizing, and it did look quite a bit dark and quite a bit more peachy orangey than my skin tone, but I feel like I could probably correct that somehow. That being said, in the summer, this would probably be my shade, because I am significantly paler now that it is the dead of winter than I am in the summertime. As for irritation, I did feel a little bit of a, like, not burning or really pain at all, just like a little bit of an itchy sensation kind of back here, which isn't uncommon for me. Anytime I expose my skin to a new product, it tends to kind of flip out a little bit. That's just having sensitive skin with rosacea. It's a finicky condition. So, but I'm not feeling the burning that I was feeling the first time I tried this. It burned so badly I had to remove it immediately, and I'm not feeling that now, so it looks like the fact that my skin has improved is improving the way this is feeling on my skin. That being said, if you have extremely sensitive or sensitized skin, this does have citrus oils in it, which can be irritants, so patch test it. If it doesn't feel right, take it off. Now I am going to finish up the rest of my makeup, and I'll be back to let you guys know how everything went on. Hey guys, I'm back. I'm gonna talk you through everything I used real quick. For the eyes, it was kind of an amalgam of a few things. I used the brand new, well, new to me, Melt Cosmetics stacks. I used the She's in Party stack for the most part for all these plummy tones. And then for the copper, I used the Haze stack, specifically the shade, what's it called? Bogart. On the lid and on the lower lash line for that copper pop. And then for the teal in the nose bridge here and the to make my teal lipstick metallic, I used the two teal shades from the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. It's literally the first time I've used any shadows in this palette, so I can't really say much about them just yet, but nice and pigmented, blended well. Everything looks alright. You know, I wasn't feeling this look at first, but now that I've kind of zhuzhed it up a little bit, I'm feeling a little better about it. My lipstick is a Sephora Cream Lip Stain, specifically in the shade 29. It's that deep forest green, deep teal color that I absolutely love. My face makeup, I use the Physicians Formula Butter Blush in the shade Plum Rose. This guy. It's kind of subtle, but I sort of wanted it that way. I used another new product. I used Pink Heart from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Moonchild Glow Kit. I finally caved and got this, and spoiler alert, I'm really glad I did. They're all really pretty, and I can't wait to use more of them, because these are basically what the Kat Von D Alchemist palette wanted to be. For my contour, I used another new product. This is the Visart contour palette. It doesn't really say a specific name. It's VSCO1. This guy right here. It's a contour and highlight cheek set. Alright, so I finished my makeup about an hour ago. We're gonna call the check-in time about 2:30. It's now 3:22, so we're coming up on the 1 hour mark. I did set everything with a powder, as you guys saw. I also used my 2 setting sprays that I always use, my Urban Decay All Nighter and my Blue Marble from PPR. That's not to give this any kind of advantage, it's just what I would normally do with any makeup, you know, any foundation, anything like that. I was getting a little bit of settling in my parentheses here. I get that with pretty much everything. Estee Lauder Double Wear did that, so I'm not really holding that against this foundation. And I really wouldn't call this a CC cream. This is more of a foundation because it is decently full coverage. But I just blended that out, and I put a little bit of Laura Mercier translucent setting powder just in some targeted areas to make sure things don't get too out of hand and to give it the best chance possible. It definitely feels like makeup. Like, I'm not gonna say it's completely weightless, but really no product is. I mean, anytime you put makeup on, it's gonna feel like makeup. So it does feel like makeup, but it's not super heavy. It's not looking super cakey on my skin. Everything's looking pretty good. The only problem I have right now is the damn shade. Because from the looks of things, light is the correct, almost the correct undertone, but it's a little too dark, and fair is the right shade, the right color value, but the wrong undertone. And I'm not spending, you know, this thing is a little bit on the pricier side. It's about $40. I'm not spending 80 bucks to get 2 shades of this just to have the right color. It's just not gonna happen. It's only been an hour, so it's really hard to say how well this is doing or not doing or what have you. So I am going to go about my day. I am planning on going to karaoke tonight because it's a day ending in Y. No, I'm kidding. It's Wednesday. I have karaoke every Wednesday. But for the most part, until then, I'm just going to be studying and watching my husband do errandy type stuff. So I've got an exam tomorrow, so I'm going to study for that and maybe do a little housework, but I will keep in touch with you guys and I will get back to you in a few hours. Hey guys, I'm here for the first check-in. It's like 7:20-ish. So we're going on, started at 2:30, going on hour 5 now, and I'm actually pretty impressed so far. I'm looking in the mirror, seeing a little bit more settling into my parenthesis there, but and then my forehead looks a little dry, but keep in mind, guys, I set this with a shitload of powder because it was very dewy when I started out, and I have normal skin, so if I set something with a powder, I am inevitably going to look a little dry. My highlight is pretty much gone. I can't hardly see it anymore, but other than that, everything's pretty much stayed intact. All in all, I don't hate it. I do wish I didn't have to set it so hardcore, but because it was so dewy, I felt the need to. It did oxidize, definitely, although I think it's done getting dark now, so I don't think it's gonna darken any more than it already is. Sorry for the weird lighting, I'm in my bathroom, but yeah, all in all, feels okay, seems to look okay, so I'm not seeing really any major caking at all. It looks a little heavy around my nose right now. Could have been the types of powder I used. I noticed the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. It looks beautiful on everyone else. It looks cakey on me. So that could be what is causing that. But other than that, things are good. I'm not really seeing any fading or major creasing or anything like that. So we're gonna go to karaoke and I will check in with you guys in a few hours. Hello guys, I am back. It is just about 1 in the morning and I already washed off my makeup. I was in total autopilot when I came home. I was just like, get this off my face. And I totally forgot that I have to film. But now you can see, you know, my rosacea at its finest and what I had to cover up here. It's worse on this side than anything. But anyway, the IT Cosmetics CC Cream. What do I think? Well, first impressions are good. It has very good coverage. I mean, I've had foundations or things that market themselves as full coverage foundations that have less coverage than this. So it's very, very nice, very emollient, which is nice. And the wear time was decent. It didn't really start to look haggard until about the 9 or 10 hour mark. So I was pretty impressed with the wear time as well, using my normal techniques. The only thing that I am not a fan of with this foundation is the shade and the fact that it oxidizes. And unfortunately, in the IT Cosmetics CC Cream line, there really isn't a wide shade range. I think they have fair, light, medium, tan, and deep. So it's like 5 shades that are supposed to encompass all skin tones. And, you know, you've probably heard this before in the video, but the one that I got is the right undertone, but too dark. You know, I'm not gonna go out of my way to spend a shitload of money to try and make, you know, my own shade of this foundation, because that would require way too much money and way too much work. I'm willing to mess around with it and see if, you know, maybe if I put primer under it or something, it won't oxidize as much. But yeah, you know, all in all, it is really good. I just wish it came in my shade. But yeah, anyway, that's about it for today. I'm going to bed because I have to be up early tomorrow and I need to sleep. So in the meantime, I hope you guys found this video helpful, informative, or entertaining. If you did, there's a button for that. Spank that like button in the butt. You know it deserves it. And if you want to see more from me, got a couple options now. You can click the videos on either side of my head to binge if you're bored or bummed out, or hey, you can hit that button that looks like my face and subscribe and become a member of the faithful today. I put out new videos every Sunday. Thank you guys so much for watching and joining me today. And I will see you in the next video. Toodles!